Crews are staying on top of two big stories that we brought you as breaking news last night. 3 teens arrested for an armed carjacking in Grand Rapids and a devastating fire at an historic home in Grand Rapids Heritage Hill neighborhood.
We have reports on both stories, starting with News 8's Megan Bunchman and the latest on the fire at Morris Manor.
Sue and Michelle, it's been a busy week for firefighters in West Michigan as they battled multiple fires and multiple unit dwelling spaces. And while the Green Ridge apartment fire in Walker on Monday left about 60 people displaced, we're learning new tonight about the Morris Manor fire and that it only impacted 4.
The sounds of sirens and flashing lights aren't uncommon to those who live in Heritage Hill.
In this neighborhood, you hear them all the time, and I really didn't think anything of it, even when I could tell they were stopped nearby.
But when Ron Robinson, a renter at the Morris Manor for 20 years, got a knock on his door last night,
Said the house is on fire, and of course I say, this house? And they said, yes, this house.
the reality of fighting a fire in an older home started to set in.
I saw the fire coming out the roof line. I thought that we were going to lose the whole house.
There are some hidden dangers in here. You have, numerous renovations throughout the course of the years can create void spaces. If the fire does breach a wall, we can be chasing it through the whole structure. Even, distance away from where the fire started, we can have it pop up on the other side of the house.
Deputy Chief of Operations for Grand Rapids Fire, Jack Johnson Jr. says crews were lucky last night that the fire in this 1850s home started on the 3rd floor and not in the basement.
If we have a basement fire in one of these structures, the first place the fire goes is right to the attic.
The location of the flames was pivotal for crews who were able to knock out the fire within an hour or so.
They kept it from extending farther in this approximately 15,000 square foot house.
The Morris Manor was converted into apartments in the 1920s. 3 of the 21 units were directly impacted by last night's fire. Johnson says that the other 18 units are fine and completely livable.
I was under the impression that we would probably have water damage to the apartments below. He said there's no damage to those at all.
While the cause of the fire is still under investigation, Robinson told News 8 that the woman who's renting the unit where the fire first started wasn't there last night.
She was at work, and they rescued her cat, so that was good.
Oxygen was administered to her cat, who is doing okay today.
Now, no one was injured in the fire. 2 of the 3 units that were impacted were occupied at the time. Sue.